Ladies and gentlemen, success is not a matter of luck, nor is it the result of chance or circumstance. Success is the direct outcome of a definite cause, and that cause begins in the mind. Every great achievement, every fortune, every advancement of civilization itself began as a single thought. The law of attraction is not a mystical force. It is a psychological and spiritual truth that states you attract what you think about most. Every great success begins with clarity. Before wealth, before recognition, before achievement, there is always a mind that knows exactly what it wants. The law of attraction operates with mathematical precision. It responds to the energy of clear thought and definite intention. A person who knows precisely what they want sets in motion a vibration that gathers the right people, circumstances, and opportunities to make that vision real. On the other hand, a person who is uncertain, scattered, or inconsistent in their desires sends mixed signals to the universe and as a result attracts confusion and delay. Defining a clear and definite purpose is not merely an intellectual exercise, it is the foundation of all attraction and achievement. To define your purpose, you must first silence the noise of the world and listen to the quiet whisper within. Too many people live their lives trying to fulfill someone else's definition of success, the expectations of society, family, or peers. But the law of attraction only responds to what is authentic to you. If your desire is borrowed or artificial, the emotional energy behind it is weak. To attract powerfully, you must connect your goal to something that genuinely excites you, something that stirs emotion deep in your soul. Emotion is the fuel that drives attraction. A cold, detached wish holds no magnetism. A burning desire radiates a signal strong enough to move mountains. Once you have discovered your true purpose, write it down in clear, definite terms. A goal that exists only in your mind is easily forgotten or altered by passing moods. Putting it on paper crystallizes it into form. It becomes a command to your subconscious mind. The moment you define your goal with precision, the amount you want to earn, the position you want to hold, the kind of life you want to live, you begin to organize your thoughts, habits, and behaviors around it. The law of attraction thrives on clarity. The universe cannot deliver what you have not clearly ordered. A vague wish produces vague results, but a definite purpose draws a definite outcome. Visualization is the next vital step. You must see your goal as though it were already accomplished. Close your eyes and construct a vivid mental picture of your desired future. Imagine every detail, the sights, sounds, feelings, and emotions of that successful state. See yourself living in it, moving through it, enjoying it. The mind cannot distinguish between an imagined reality and a physical one when emotion is involved. When you hold this picture with faith and intensity, the subconscious mind begins to work to make it real. It alters your perception, guiding you toward people and situations that align with your vision. This is how the law of attraction begins to move in your favor. But clarity also requires commitment. Many people claim to want success, but their actions show hesitation. They shift goals frequently, chase too many dreams at once, or abandon one plan the moment another seems easier. This indecision destroys the magnetic power of the mind. The law of attraction demands loyalty to your vision. Once you decide what you want, you must stand by that decision with unwavering determination. You cannot plant one seed today, dig it up tomorrow, and expect it to grow. You must keep your attention fixed on your purpose long enough for it to take root and bear fruit. Every time you doubt, you delay your manifestation. Every time you reaffirm your desire, you strengthen your vibration. The process of defining a clear purpose also brings focus. The mind that knows its destination wastes no energy on distraction. Instead of scattering power in many directions, you channel it like a beam of light toward a single objective. This concentrated energy magnifies your ability to attract results. Think of the difference between sunlight diffused across the sky and sunlight concentrated through a magnifying glass. One warms, the other burns. A clear purpose turns ordinary thoughts into a burning desire that can ignite action and attract opportunity. That is the secret behind every remarkable achievement in history. It is not enough, however, to know what you want. You must also know why you want it. The why gives strength to the what. When your purpose is tied to deep emotion, whether it be love, service, freedom, or growth, it becomes unstoppable. The law of attraction amplifies emotion. If your goal fills you with excitement, gratitude, anticipation, you emit a frequency that draws matching experiences. But if your motive is shallow, driven by vanity or envy, the vibration is weak and unstable. Therefore, examine your motives honestly. Align your purpose with values that uplift and inspire you. A pure motive attracts pure results. Another vital principle is consistency. You must remind yourself daily of your definite purpose. Repetition impresses the subconscious mind. Read your written goal every morning and every night. Feel the emotion of already possessing it. Speak affirmations that affirm your success. This constant mental focus keeps your vibration high and prevents you from drifting back into doubt or fear. The law of attraction responds to dominant thought, not an occasional wish, but a constant state of belief. When your purpose occupies your mind more than your problems do, success becomes inevitable. Finally, understand that defining a purpose is not a one-time act, but a living process. As you grow, your desires may evolve. The law of attraction reflects your inner state. If you keep expanding your vision, the universe keeps expanding your opportunities. Yet the principle remains the same. Be clear, be definite, and be committed. A clear purpose brings direction, direction brings confidence, and confidence brings power. When your purpose is definite, your energy stops scattering and starts converging. You cease chasing success and begin attracting it. The world moves aside for the person who knows exactly where they are going. Faith is the invisible power that bridges the gap between thought and reality. Without faith, the law of attraction cannot operate in your favor, for belief is the very essence of attraction. What you believe, you become. What you expect, you experience. Faith transforms a simple wish into a commanding vibration that reshapes the conditions of your life. It is not blind hope or wishful thinking, but an inner conviction so strong that doubt cannot survive in its presence. When you possess unshakable faith in your goal, you communicate certainty to your subconscious mind, and the universe begins to align itself with your belief. Every thought carries a vibration, but faith intensifies that vibration. It adds emotional charge to your mental picture and sets unseen forces into motion. The law of attraction does not respond to half-hearted desires or uncertain expectations. It responds to firm belief. Many people fail not because they lack ability or opportunity, but because they do not truly believe they can achieve what they desire. They allow fear, worry, and self-doubt to cancel out their positive intentions. Faith is the antidote to doubt. It is the mental state that says, I know it is coming, I know it is mine. When that conviction dominates your consciousness, the law of attraction must obey. Developing faith begins with your thoughts. You cannot believe in success while thinking constantly of failure. The human mind cannot hold two opposing beliefs at the same time. You must choose one. Feed your mind with thoughts of confidence, abundance, and progress until they become your natural way of thinking. Repetition creates belief. The more often you repeat an idea with emotion, the deeper it sinks into your subconscious. This is why affirmations, visualization, and gratitude practices are so powerful. They impress the subconscious with the vibration of faith. Each time you affirm your belief, you are training your inner world to accept success as inevitable. Faith also thrives on evidence, but not necessarily external evidence. It feeds on mental evidence, the images and feelings you create within. When you visualize your success vividly and feel the emotion of already having it, your subconscious mind accepts that as reality. The law of attraction then begins to rearrange your outer world to match that inner reality. The more often you repeat this process, the stronger your faith grows, because you start to notice signs and synchronicities that confirm your belief. Every small success, every coincidence that aligns with your desire becomes proof that the law is working, which strengthens your conviction further. Yet faith requires persistence. The moment you decide to pursue a goal, you may face delays or obstacles. These are not signs of failure, they are tests of faith. The universe is asking whether you truly believe. Most people lose heart when results are not immediate, but those who continue to hold their belief despite appearances attract their goals with certainty. Faith is not measured when everything looks easy, it is proven when nothing seems to work, yet you continue to believe. The law of attraction responds most powerfully when your faith remains firm in the face of adversity. The relationship between faith and emotion is inseparable. Emotion is energy in motion, and faith is its highest frequency. When you feel gratitude, joy, and certainty about your dream, you emit a vibration that draws harmonious experiences. When you feel fear, anger, or frustration, you emit a vibration that repels what you desire. That is why maintaining emotional control is essential. You must guard your mental state as you would guard a precious treasure. Replace every thought of doubt with an image of success. Replace every feeling of worry with one of gratitude. The law of attraction mirrors your dominant emotional state, not your occasional wishes. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen faith is through gratitude. When you give thanks for something before it has arrived, you are demonstrating trust in the law. You are saying to the universe, I know it is already mine. This attitude of gratitude multiplies your faith and amplifies your vibration. It transforms waiting into expecting. Instead of asking when your dream will appear, you begin to feel as though it already has, and this feeling accelerates manifestation. Gratitude is faith expressed. It closes the gap between desire and realization because it places your consciousness in alignment with your goal right now. Faith also requires action. Belief without movement is stagnant. When you act in alignment with your desire, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind that you truly believe. Every decisive action, every step forward, no matter how small, reinforces your faith. You do not need to know how everything will unfold. You only need to trust that the path will reveal itself as you move. The law of attraction responds to momentum. When your belief is supported by action, your vibration becomes irresistible. Surrounding yourself with faith-minded people strengthens your own belief. The doubts and fears of others can weaken your vibration if you allow them. Seek out those who encourage your vision, who believe in possibilities, and who speak the language of success. Faith is contagious. When you share your dream with believers, their confidence multiplies your own. This is why a mastermind alliance is so powerful. It creates a collective vibration of faith that magnifies attraction for everyone involved. Ultimately, faith is mastery over fear. Both cannot coexist. When you choose faith, you are choosing to trust the unseen power that governs the universe. You are choosing to believe that your thoughts are creative, that your feelings are magnetic, and that your actions matter. The law of attraction does not operate on chance. It operates on law. And faith is the key that unlocks that law. Once you believe without doubt, the entire universe conspires to make your belief a fact. Faith is the power that transforms dreams into reality, thoughts into things, and invisible intentions into visible success. The quality of your life is the reflection of your dominant thoughts and emotions. Every condition, circumstance, and opportunity that enters your experience is attracted by the mental vibration you send out each day. The law of attraction responds not to what you occasionally think, but to what you habitually think and feel. Most people drift through life unaware that their minds are constantly broadcasting energy that either attracts success or repels it. To master your thoughts and emotions is to take conscious control of the creative power that shapes your destiny. When you learn to think deliberately and feel intentionally, you align yourself with success on every level. The first step toward mastering your thoughts is awareness. You cannot change what you do not notice. Most people's minds are filled with worry, doubt, criticism, and fear. These thoughts are magnetic and they draw experiences of the same nature. The law of attraction cannot distinguish between a thought you want and a thought you don't want. It simply amplifies whatever you focus on with emotion. When you constantly think about problems, you attract more problems. When you dwell on success and opportunity, you draw success and opportunity. Awareness means observing your inner dialogue and recognizing the energy it carries. Each time you catch yourself thinking negatively, you have the power to replace that thought with one that aligns with the life you want to create. Thoughts are the blueprint, but emotions are the builders. The feeling behind a thought determines its strength. A weak thought without emotion carries little power, but a thought charged with strong feeling becomes magnetic. When you think about your goals, it is not enough to simply repeat affirmations. You must feel them as true. Feel the excitement of accomplishment, the pride of progress, the peace of abundance. The more vividly you feel these emotions, the faster you attract matching experiences. The law of attraction mirrors emotion, not words. This is why two people can say the same affirmation. One succeeds while the other struggles. The difference is in the emotional energy behind the words. Mastery of emotion begins with emotional responsibility. You must understand that no external condition controls how you feel unless you allow it. When you react with anger, fear, or frustration to life's events, you lower your vibration and block the flow of positive energy. The law of attraction brings more of whatever matches your dominant emotional state. So if you allow temporary conditions to dictate your emotions, you remain trapped in cycles of disappointment. The key is to respond rather than react. Choose emotions deliberately. When challenges arise, remain calm and centered, knowing that your reaction determines your outcome. Emotional mastery means being the ruler of your inner world, regardless of the storms outside. Your subconscious mind is the great transmitter of vibration. It accepts as truth whatever thoughts and emotions you consistently feed it. If you fill it with fear, it must attract situations that justify that fear. If you fill it with confidence and gratitude, it must attract circumstances that reflect those feelings. The subconscious does not argue, reason, or judge. It simply acts. To master your thoughts and emotions, you must train your subconscious as you would train a child, with repetition, patience, and direction. Visualization, affirmation, and gratitude are the tools for this training. When practiced consistently, they reprogram your subconscious to operate at the vibration of success. Another important aspect of emotional mastery is detachment from negativity. The world around you is full of negative influences, media, gossip, and pessimistic people who unknowingly spread low vibrations. To attract success, you must protect your mental space, limit exposure to negativity, and instead surround yourself with uplifting influences, inspiring books, positive environments, and people who speak encouragement. Energy is contagious. When you spend time around those who think in terms of possibility, your own vibration rises naturally. The law of attraction amplifies this elevated energy and brings you more experiences that match it. One of the most powerful ways to regulate emotion is through gratitude. Gratitude immediately shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present and abundant. It elevates your vibration faster than almost any other emotion. When you feel thankful, even for small things, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance. The universe interprets gratitude as a signal of contentment and responds by sending more reasons to feel thankful. Make gratitude a daily practice, morning and night, until it becomes your natural state of being. Mastering thought and emotion also means learning to hold your focus. The mind is easily distracted by trivial things, yet focus is the channel through which creative power flows. Every time you allow your attention to drift to worry or gossip, you weaken your vibration. When you hold a single thought of success steadily with calm confidence and emotional strength, that thought becomes a force of attraction. The world begins to shift to accommodate your vision because the law of attraction is obedient to sustained attention. Visualization is an exercise in mental mastery that combines thought and emotion. When you visualize your goal, you create a mental movie of success. To make it effective, you must infuse it with feeling. Feel the excitement of achieving it, the satisfaction of having it, the confidence of living it. This emotional intensity tells your subconscious that the image is real. The more often you do this, the more your vibration matches your dream. Eventually, the outer world rearranges itself to reflect your inner vision. Finally, understand that mastery of thoughts and emotions is a lifelong discipline. It requires daily practice, patience, and persistence. There will be moments when negative thoughts sneak in, but each moment is another opportunity to choose differently. Every time you replace fear with faith, complaint with gratitude, or doubt with confidence, you strengthen your vibration and move closer to your goal. Success is not something you chase. It is something you attract by who you become. When your thoughts are pure, your emotions are powerful, and your vibration is consistent, the law of attraction cannot fail to bring success into your life. The law of attraction is not fulfilled by wishful thinking alone. It responds most powerfully to movement, to inspired, confident, and consistent action. Thoughts are the seeds, emotions are the water, but action is the sunlight that gives life to your dream. To act as if your dream is already real is to step into alignment with the vibration of success itself. Every great achiever understood this principle long before the term law of attraction became popular. They didn't sit idle waiting for circumstances to change. They behaved as though their success was inevitable, and by doing so, they invited it into existence. When you act as if your dream is already yours, you send a clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive. Acting as if begins with belief. You must behave from the consciousness of success, not toward it. This means embodying the energy, confidence, and decisions of the person you wish to become. The law of attraction matches frequency, not desire. If you continue to act from the vibration of lack, hesitation, or fear, you will keep attracting experiences that reflect those states. But when you act with certainty, When you speak, walk, and decide as the successful version of yourself would, you align your internal frequency with your external goal. In that alignment, opportunities appear, doors open, and the impossible begins to organize itself around you. The act of behaving as if is not about pretending or deceiving yourself. It is about demonstrating faith. You are declaring through your actions that you trust the unseen process of manifestation. Most people wait for the evidence before they believe, but in the realm of attraction, belief must come first. You must act before the proof appears, for the proof will not appear until the action is taken. The universe rewards courage, and courage is faith in motion. When you move in the direction of your desire, even without guarantees, you activate the creative power that transforms thought into form. Consider how this principle works in practical life. Imagine someone who desires to be wealthy yet continues to act from a mindset of scarcity. They hesitate to invest in themselves, they avoid opportunities out of fear, and they speak constantly of what they cannot afford. Their actions contradict their desire, so the universe mirrors back more lack. On the other hand, a person who sees themselves as prosperous, who acts with confidence, generosity, and faith, emits a vibration of abundance. They make decisions from possibility, not limitation, and life responds accordingly. Acting as if does not mean being reckless, it means acting from the frequency of success instead of the vibration of fear. Every great success story is built upon this principle. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before the light bulb illuminated the world, yet his every failure was an act of faith. He worked as if the result were guaranteed. Henry Ford envisioned cars in every household before the idea was realistic, and his belief guided his action until the dream materialized. They acted from the energy of completion long before completion arrived. The law of attraction is neutral. It gives to each person according to the vibration they maintain. The vibration of action, confidence, and determination always attracts results. To act as if your dream is already real, begin by changing how you show up each day. If you want to attract success in business, dress, speak, and carry yourself like a person who already runs a thriving enterprise. If you wish to attract love, radiate the warmth and self-respect of someone who is already loved. If you seek health, move, eat, and think as someone who is already healthy and strong. The outer behavior reinforces the inner belief, and the inner belief amplifies the outer vibration. Soon, what began as an exercise in imagination becomes your natural state of being. Taking inspired action is another vital element. There is a difference between forced effort and inspired movement. Forced effort is born of fear and desperation. It feels heavy, anxious, and resistant. Inspired action flows naturally. It feels right, exciting, and often effortless. You receive these impulses through intuition, that quiet voice that nudges you toward a certain step or idea. The law of attraction works through intuition, guiding you toward opportunities that align with your desire. When you follow those nudges with confidence, you accelerate your results. Every small inspired step compounds into a powerful current of momentum. Doubt and hesitation are the great enemies of manifestation. When you delay action waiting for perfect conditions, you send a message of uncertainty. The universe mirrors that hesitation with more waiting, more delay. But when you act decisively, the universe meets you halfway. Conditions rearrange themselves to support your movement. Momentum creates magnetism. The person who acts boldly becomes a magnet for solutions and synchronicities that others never encounter. Acting as if is the art of moving, even when you cannot see the entire path, trusting that each step will reveal the next. Acting as if also requires emotional consistency. You cannot act confidently while secretly feeding feelings of doubt or fear. The law of attraction reads your vibration, not your performance. To act as if effectively, your emotions must support your behavior. Cultivate feelings of gratitude, certainty, and excitement about your dream. Each time you visualize your success, let those emotions rise until you feel as though it is already happening. Then take your next action from that emotional state. This combination of thought, feeling, and movement forms the trinity of manifestation. Persistence strengthens your alignment. Acting as if is not something you do once and abandon. It is a daily discipline. Every day, behave as the person you are becoming. Speak the language of success, make decisions from abundance, and maintain emotional poise even when results have not yet appeared. This constancy of vibration builds momentum until the invisible becomes visible. The law of attraction cannot deny consistent energy. It must respond. Acting as if converts belief into certainty and certainty into manifestation. When you act as though your dream is already real, you dissolve the illusion of distance between where you are and where you want to be. You become the person who already possesses the result, and the universe must rearrange itself to reflect that state of being. Action is faith in motion, and faith is the vibration that commands creation. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions operate in harmony, the law of attraction delivers without fail. The energy of the people and environment around you has a profound effect on the vibration you emit and the success you attract. Every person carries a certain frequency, influenced by their thoughts, emotions, and attitudes. When you spend time with someone, your energy fields interact and you begin to resonate with each other's vibration. If you associate with individuals who are negative, fearful, or aimless, their energy can lower your frequency and disrupt your alignment with success. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who are positive, motivated, and forward-looking, your vibration naturally rises and you become a stronger magnet for opportunity. The law of attraction does not operate in isolation. It is influenced by the energy of your surroundings. To attract success, you must intentionally create an environment that supports it. Your surroundings are more than just physical space. They are a reflection of your inner state. The clutter on your desk, the chaos in your home, or the disorder in your daily routine all carry vibrations that affect your mental clarity. A chaotic environment breeds chaotic thinking. A clean, organized, and inspiring environment strengthens focus and amplifies your vibration. When you live and work in a space that reflects order, abundance, and peace, you align your subconscious mind with the frequency of success. The law of attraction responds to the energy you live in. Therefore, start by arranging your environment to mirror the life you wish to attract. If you want prosperity, make your space look and feel prosperous. The people you interact with daily are equally important. Human beings are transmitters and receivers of energy. Every conversation, gesture, or shared emotion either uplifts or drains your vibration. If you spend your time with those who complain, criticize, or dwell on problems, their energy becomes contagious. You begin to adopt their patterns of thought without realizing it. Soon your goals feel less possible, your enthusiasm fades, and your confidence weakens. The law of attraction cannot deliver success to a mind vibrating in doubt and negativity. To protect your energy, you must become selective about your associations. This does not mean arrogance or isolation. It means choosing wisely where your attention and emotional energy are invested. Surrounding yourself with positive energy means seeking out people who see potential where others see limitations. These are individuals who encourage growth, who celebrate your progress, and who challenge you to aim higher. Their optimism becomes fuel for your own belief. When two or more minds unite in harmony toward a shared purpose, their combined energy multiplies beyond measure. Napoleon Hill called this the mastermind principle, the coordination of knowledge and effort between two or more people for the attainment of a definite goal. A true mastermind alliance generates a magnetic vibration that attracts ideas, opportunities, and circumstances that no individual could summon alone. The law of attraction intensifies when minds work together in harmony. Positivity is not limited to people. It extends to what you consume mentally and emotionally. The books you read, the music you listen to, the shows you watch, and the words you repeat all shape your vibration. Every piece of information carries energy. Uplifting content nourishes the mind and raises your frequency, while negativity or violence lowers it. Guard your mental diet as carefully as you guard your physical one. Choose inputs that inspire creativity, gratitude, and purpose. When you fill your consciousness with empowering thoughts, the law of attraction amplifies that energy and brings matching experiences into your life. Energy is also influenced by your emotional habits. Being around positive people will not help if you constantly replay negative emotions within yourself. You must participate in your own energetic hygiene. Practice forgiveness to release the heavy energy of resentment. Practice gratitude to amplify feelings of abundance. Smile more. Not because everything is perfect, but because smiling sends a signal of harmony to your nervous system. The law of attraction reflects the emotional tone you sustain. The more consistently you dwell in positive emotion, the stronger your magnetism becomes. Sometimes, to attract a higher quality of success, you must let go of relationships that no longer align with your growth. This can be painful, but it is necessary. Energy that does not match your purpose will eventually create resistance. If certain people drain you, discourage your vision, or mock your dreams, their energy will pull you backward. The universe cannot fill your life with new opportunities while you are holding on to old vibrations that contradict your desires. By releasing what no longer serves you, you make space for new connections and experiences that match your higher frequency. Building a circle of uplifting influences requires intention. Seek mentors, friends, and communities that encourage excellence. Engage in conversations that inspire ideas rather than gossip that diminishes them. Celebrate the success of others, for doing so raises your own vibration. The law of attraction responds to admiration and generosity more powerfully than to envy. When you appreciate others' achievements, you align with the energy of achievement itself. Your environment then becomes a reflection of expansion rather than limitation. Even if your physical environment is not ideal, you can still create a sanctuary of positive energy within yourself. Your inner state is the foundation of every outer condition. Through meditation, visualization, and positive affirmation, you can generate powerful vibrations regardless of where you are. When your inner world radiates peace and confidence, you begin to influence your outer world rather than be controlled by it. The energy within you becomes stronger than the energy around you. Eventually, your environment rearranges itself to match your inner frequency. Everything is energy in motion, constantly responding to your vibration. Success, happiness, and prosperity are not random gifts. They are drawn to the person whose energy resonates with them. When you fill your life with positive influences, maintain emotional harmony, and choose your company wisely, you become a magnet for success. The law of attraction amplifies the energy you cultivate and returns it multiplied. By surrounding yourself with positivity in people, places, and thoughts, you ensure that every aspect of your environment supports your growth, your goals, and your ultimate destiny. Law of attraction rewards those who persist, not those who merely wish. Many people begin their journey toward success with enthusiasm, but when challenges appear or progress slows, they allow doubt to weaken their vibration. The universe does not respond to inconsistent energy. It aligns with determination that refuses to waver. Persistence is the invisible force that keeps your energy focused long enough for the law of attraction to work. It is the proof that your belief is real. When you persist in your vision despite difficulties, you send a clear message to the universe that you are serious about your desire. The universe, in turn, rearranges circumstances to match that conviction. Every great success story is a story of persistence. Those who achieve extraordinary results are not necessarily more talented or lucky. They simply refuse to give up when others quit. The law of attraction functions through vibration, and persistence keeps your vibration high even when visible results have not yet arrived. When you maintain faith in the unseen, you bridge the gap between the spiritual and the physical. The moment you decide that your goal is certain, you shift from hoping to knowing, and that shift changes everything. The universe responds faster to unwavering conviction than to weak intention. Persistence also transforms adversity into strength. Every obstacle is a test of alignment. When things do not go as planned, most people assume that the law of attraction has failed them, but in truth, those moments are opportunities to refine your energy. The universe tests your readiness by challenging your patience and belief. If your desire fades under pressure, it means your vibration was never stable enough to sustain it. Success demands emotional resilience, the ability to stay calm, confident, and focused regardless of temporary setbacks. Each difficulty is like resistance in a workout. It strengthens your energetic muscles. The more you endure with faith, the more power you accumulate. Many fail because they quit too soon. They plant the seed of desire, water it with action for a while. When they don't see immediate growth, they dig it up to check if it's working. The law of attraction is like nature. It operates through seasons. There is a time to plant, a time to nurture, and a time to harvest. Just because you cannot see results does not mean progress isn't happening. Energy moves silently before it manifests physically. The people who persist understand that manifestation occurs below the surface long before it appears in form. Their patience allows their vibration to remain stable, and stability attracts manifestation. To persist effectively, you must create habits that reinforce your vision daily. Visualization, affirmations, gratitude, and inspired action are not one-time acts. They are continuous practices. When you repeat them daily, you build momentum that becomes unstoppable. The law of attraction amplifies consistent energy. Sporadic effort creates mixed vibrations, but persistent focus creates alignment. Your daily habits are signals to the universe. When they are rooted in discipline and faith, they say, I am ready for success. The universe always responds to readiness. Persistence also requires mastering your emotional state. The road to success is rarely smooth. There will be moments of doubt, fear, or fatigue, but your emotional reaction determines your vibration. When you allow frustration to dominate, you block the flow of attraction. When you choose calm determination instead, you stay in harmony with your goal. The key is to see obstacles as part of the process, rather than proof of failure. Instead of asking, why isn't it working? Ask, what is this teaching me? This shift in attitude keeps your energy open and positive. The law of attraction mirrors your inner dialogue. If you think from a place of growth and gratitude, it delivers more experiences that help you evolve. Persistence is not blind stubbornness. It is intelligent faith combined with action. It means adjusting your approach while holding firm to your vision. Sometimes the universe delays your desire because something greater is being prepared. The law of attraction orchestrates perfect timing. If your manifestation has not arrived yet, it may mean that more alignment is needed, perhaps within your mindset, skills, or environment. Persistence gives you time to grow into the person who can sustain the success you desire. Quick victories without inner growth often fade away, but success earned through persistence lasts because it matches your evolved vibration. There is also power in persistence because it builds self-trust. Each time you keep going when it would be easier to quit, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. This self-trust radiates confidence, and confidence is magnetic. The law of attraction does not respond to desperation, it responds to certainty. When your energy says, I can handle whatever comes, the universe sends more opportunities that reflect that strength. Persistence teaches you to rely on your inner power rather than external validation. You stop waiting for signs and start becoming the sign. The most successful people maintain faith in their vision long before it is visible. They continue to act as if success is inevitable, even when results are delayed. This mental attitude keeps their vibration consistent, and consistency is the frequency of creation. The law of attraction cannot deliver to a mind that fluctuates between belief and doubt. It responds to clarity, confidence, and endurance. When you persist, you demonstrate mastery over your emotions, focus over fear, and vision over circumstance. Eventually, persistence turns into momentum, and momentum turns into manifestation. The universe rewards the soul that refuses to retreat. Every step you take in faith sends ripples into the unseen, rearranging possibilities and aligning people, events, and opportunities in your favor. You may not know how or when, but the result is inevitable when your persistence outlasts your resistance. The law of attraction does not fail. People fail to persist long enough for it to unfold. The moment you make the decision that quitting is no longer an option, you step into alignment with the energy of success itself. The universe cannot ignore such determination. It must respond because your vibration has become the same as the thing you desire.